Hey, RetconRaider here. Today's video is dedicated to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible. With special thanks to Revenant, Anerdinwarpaint, Antonio Hernandez, Exsellsior, Nathan Welch Jr., and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, let's get started. And welcome back to Wasteland 3, as we officially pass the point of no return. It's been a long time coming, but we've done the legwork and we've crossed just about every name off our list. I think we're just about due to confront and contain Liberty, and then deal with whatever comes after. Now, I will note that while we have effectively removed most of Liberty's troops from the equation, the Godfishers, the Scar Collectors, and the Payasos, she does still have the support of what's left of the Dorseys, so we are going to have to do a bit of work to get to her. They've got guys manning the gates, plus these auto turrets here. But I've already set our guys up. I'm pretty sure I know how to approach this. With any luck, we'll be inside momentarily. Nice. That's a strong start. Turrets shouldn't be a problem, but we do have that other guy up top. Fantastic. Alright, send in the clowns. And also Lucia. Slightly tougher than anticipated. Lucia? So close. Okay, slight shift in plan. Turret disabled and decoy out. That should hopefully buy Bonkers some time. These auto turrets are also about to start tearing each other apart, so we need to get at least 2 spaces clear. Second turret neutralized. Keep pushing up. And we'll have Dahl crack the gate for us next turn. Very nice. Huh. What is going on here? Oh, Firefox ran all the way around just to be next to Gun Bunny. That is adorable. Also, no reinforcements. There's Waste Wolf. You know what? I think the entire zoo crew is filtering around. Yeah, they're just doing it one at a time for some reason. Wow, okay. I guess we'll crack the gate.
We must help these people as soon as we can.
Pazepi, we are actively working on that right now.
Started blasting each other to bits. What happened?
I don't know. I feel like that was something that was always going to happen. We just expedited it slightly. And look at that. I suppose if we hadn't jumped through all those hoops, we would have ended up having to deal with these guys as well. But instead... Oh boy. Yeah, it looks like they really did a number on each other. Several Godfisher kites rest against the fence, ready for a high-flying passenger. You know, I am not going to miss those guys. Oh man, look at all this. Look at all this Godfisher scenery that we've just never gotten to see before. It seems like such a shame that it's all tucked away right at the end of the game. Oh, that's the enemy sound. What have we got? Oh, okay. We have a secondary gate, an inner gate. So we're not quite done fighting just yet. We'll get to that in a moment. We'll clear these buildings first. And that guy has a toaster for a head. Wow, these guys are efficient. Hi.
I don't deserve this. I don't deserve any of this.
Sorry. Flame saw cannon. Oh my. The problem with most automatic saw blade cannons is that the saws aren't on fire. Once again, it is a crying shame we're getting this so late in the game. I mean, it's definitely a late game weapon, but if we had found it a little bit earlier, I might have actually had time to use it. It definitely fits Ret. The problem being that at this point, we've already got that modded graviton shredder. And yeah, the real clincher here is that the flame saw cannon, as great as it is 7 action points to fire, and the graviton shredder's 5. Sadly, we will not be shooting flaming saws at our enemies. Drills, saws, actuators, and scalpels stained with blood cover this workbench. This must be where they collect their scars. The apparatus does not seem to be powered on at the moment. Oh, yes, that is the Scar Collector's cyber implant device. I have heard about that. I believe you can only actually use that if you have Cordite with you. So it's kind of a late game alternative to the machine commune. But not for us. You know, in a world where InXile had more time and resources to work on this game, I would have loved to see companions from each of these different Plains gangs. We got Cordite, but we never really find out much about the Godfishers or the Payasos, and even the Scar Collectors we don't find out a whole lot about. Cute but menacing, just like the Payasos. You know, I'm not sure cute is the right word for clowns, but I will agree that toy is adorable. Slightly related side note, when I designed this version of Team November, I did actually loosely theme them after the various Plains gangs. It's a bit tenuous, but Ret, our heavy metal overlord, was supposed to get cybered up and be our Scar Collector stand-in. Dahl was supposed to be our mute serial killing monster. And then, a bit more obvious, you had Ian as our breather, and I can't remember who Bonkers was supposed to be associated with. Godfishers, maybe? Maybe those hardhead guys. Okay, last stand for the Dorseys. Or at least what's left of them.
Dorseys.
That they are, Lucia. Don't worry, we'll save some for you. Let's see. Ian and Pizzepi obviously have those turrets. Then we'll get Bonkers on the right tower. There's slightly more guards there. Which means we have Lucia hooking left. And then we'll have Ret. Nope, let's keep him front and center. That way we can make sure his leadership reaches everyone. And Dahl. We'll just park her here. Imogen Dorsey. I wonder if Nelius would have been here if we had, for some reason, not gone after him before coming here. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Liberty awaits. Once again, nice start. Bonkers. Might not have enough AP. Nope, that more than got the job done. And Lucia takes down the last named Dorsey. That does seem fitting. Left turret disabled, but we don't have enough action points left to press the assault. Yeah, I do not trust that line of sight. That's fine. We got this. Right turret down. And decoy deployed. And that should get us out to next turn. Oh, I could actually shoot him. Still worked out.
I'm gonna gun you down.
Alas, the Dorseys knew the zoo crew's one true weakness. Ladders. A truly insurmountable last line of defense. Oh, hey. I almost forgot about Comrade Robot. Lucy?
He did it!
And thus, Major Prasad has been avenged. And Lucy's family, I guess. Also the, like, 800 other Rangers who died during that opening cutscene. Oh, maybe not. Looks like we've got more inside. Alright, well, let's crack this thing open. I guess we'll talk to this door. Through the door, you hear the harsh commands of Liberty Buchanan directing her Dorsey guards. The disdain in her tone is palatable. I think they meant palpable. Here we go. This feels like a bad place to stand.
The Arizona Rangers. I was wondering what made my shaky little coalition of pawns self-destruct. I guess I should have killed you the first time I met you. Live and learn. And now you're here to demand I go back to my father, who, don't tell me, promised to help you in return. And the sad thing is, he'll actually do it. All because in a world of warlords, he wants his idiot idea of civilization to spread.
I've got to say, Liberty, if you are trying to change our mind, you are not doing a good job of it. Just saying.
He wants borders, trading, alliances. The old fool thinks helping you will make you a friend to rely on, when really, it will only make you strong enough to attack him later. Why can't he see the simple truth? That only by ruling everything and everyone can one truly have peace. Only in empire is there stability.
That is true. History has taught us that empires are utterly infallible. You don't want peace. You want submission.
Submission from my subjects, peace from me. And you, intentionally or not, have made achieving that peace just a little bit easier.
And how is that?
You've got both my brothers locked up in your headquarters. All the eggs I want to crack are in one basket. So, thanks.
Yeah, none of that was for your benefit.
Nonetheless, I benefited. Now I'm...
Liberty Buchanan? My name is Lucia Wesson, and I call you out for the deaths of my family and the kidnapping of my father. Return him to me without delay. Also, I demand satisfaction from you. Gun to gun.
That'll have to wait until we're done here. But you can speed the proceedings and the release of your father if you switch sides and fight for me.
No, thank you, Miss Buchanan. I know what my father would say to such a proposal. Unfortunately, it's not fit for polite company. Or yours.
Then you'll have no one to blame but yourself when he dies, will you? Now, where were we? Oh, right. Whatever ultimatum you're here to give me, I'll save you the trouble and give you one of my own. Go back to Arizona, Rangers, and I'll pretend none of this happened. Stay, and you die alone, far from home. What do you say?
Well, well, well. What do we have to say about that? If we go home, you lose. The gangs will turn on you and your father will lock you up for good. Let us be your new... Oh, no, not that one, not that one. Scratch that. You're the one who will die alone. With your army gone, the other gangs will turn on you like wolves. Your only hope is your father's mercy. Yeah, that one sounds slightly better.
Oh, they wouldn't dare. I'd... I suppose it's true. The warlords don't like a loser, and they will see this as a defeat. Fine. I can play the penitent daughter until the old man dies. My time will come. your prisoner.
Well, all's well that ends well. I foresee smooth sailing from here on out.
This is Ranger HQ. Go ahead, Team November.
We've got Liberty Buchanan, alive and ready for lockup.
That's amazing, November 1. How did, well, you know what? Never mind. I'd rather hear this one in person. Transport is inbound to pick up one Liberty Buchanan. Well done, Team November. Over and out.
It is kind of a shame to skip that climactic battle. But I noticed that the credits are not rolling just yet, so I'm sure we've got more shooting in our future. Hyper Heather. Caffeine gives your day a start. Ignore the strain upon your heart. Always do, Heather. But thanks. Oh, and Lucia's father. I guess they really did keep him alive. Demolition Derby. This tape features a recent recording of entertainment at the Yuma County Speedway.
Oye, oye, oye! It's Sunday, bloody Sunday! Time to fuck shit up at the Speedway! We got us a grudge match tonight! Those filthy pendejos, the scar collectors, are gunning for the title against the payasos. Who's gonna win? Who cares? We just want to see some carnage! Now, here comes the payasos with Herbie, el insecto del amor. That little fucker is fast and packs a punch. Herbie's popping the sunroof. Holy shit! He's got a rocket launcher. Wait. What the fuck is he aiming at? Oh, shit!
Yeah, that sounds about right. Mr. Wesson?
Thank you for the rescue, friends. Forgive me for not looking my best. These savages haven't allowed me a bath or a change of clothes since they kidnapped me. I'm Percival Wesson of the 100 Families.
Daddy? Oh, thank God I found you. I've been praying for this day.
Peaches, you're alive. I can't believe it. I was so afraid that...
Oh, but Daddy, Mama and little Percy are dead. The Dorseys killed them in the Garden of the Gods. I couldn't protect.
Hush, Lucia, hush. You would have saved them if it was possible to do so. I know that. Aren't you the bravest daughter that ever was?
I tried to be, Daddy. I went after Nelius Dorsey to get my revenge. The Rangers and I found him and confronted him.
You talked to Nelius?
That is a very telling response.
The Rangers wouldn't kill him, but he shot himself. Mama and Percy are avenged.
But before he died, Nelius told Lucia you killed his family on the Patriarch's orders. Is this true?
It's complicated. No, it's not. I won't lie to you, Lucia. Not when you're all I have left. Nelius told you the truth.
Oh, Daddy.
I'm sorry, darling. Truly. You see, years ago, the Patriarch asked me to get some men together and disrupt a meeting of the Dorseys, who were agitating to establish elections in Colorado. Saul, he didn't feel it was time for that yet. So we showed up in hoods, brandishing clubs, ready to teach them all a lesson. But it only took one Dorsey fighting back, and I started shooting instead of swinging. I was just so mad that they'd turn on the man who had saved us all. Well, once one was dead, we had to kill the rest, didn't we? I mean, we couldn't let my sins tarnish Saul's reputation. So we hunted him down. Until Nelius showed up at our doorstep, I thought we'd got them all.
Oh, that is interesting. The way he's phrasing it, Saul might not have even known that Wesson was wiping out the Dorseys until after it was already done. I mean, obviously, it wouldn't completely absolve Saul. He was definitely resorting to a strong-arm tactic when talking might have accomplished what he wanted. Did the Patriarch order you to kill the Dorseys?
Not in so many words. Maybe I just thought that's what he wanted. He certainly wasn't displeased when I told him what had happened. He just told me to be damn sure I got all the witnesses. And we never spoke of it again.
Wow, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of like hiring a guy to go break someone's kneecaps, only to find out he did it in broad daylight and then went on to kill 100 more people to cover his tracks. I mean, at that point, you're already complicit. So, I mean, where do you go from there? Covering it up and vilifying the Dorseys was definitely not the honorable choice, but you can understand why he might have felt it was necessary.
Oh, Daddy, Mama, and Percy, they'd still be alive if you hadn't killed those Dorseys. It all comes back around to you. What do I do now, Rangers? What do I do with my father?
Well, man, there are a lot of ways we could go with this, but I feel like it's only appropriate that we bring this full circle. Way back when we first arrived in Colorado Springs, after the ambush, we insisted that one of the Dorseys they captured be given a fair trial. So I think it's only fair that we extend the same courtesy to Mr. Wesson. Be civilized about it. Bring him home to stand trial.
Let him live or die by the rule of law that he talked so much about when I was growing up. Yes, that seems just.
Whatever the judgment is, I will accept it. I deserve any punishment they mete out.
Then I will take you to Sheriff Daisy. Let's go home, Father.
Not yet, Lucia. We still need you.
That's right. There's work yet to be done, isn't there? Daddy, will you promise me that you will go home and wait for me?
I will. I promise. I will be there when you get back. I love you, Lucia. Never forget that. Be a better Wesson than I was.
Anne. Mr. Wesson, how did you get here?
When the Dorseys attacked Colorado Springs, they burst into our house and rounded up my family. I'd agreed to come courting Lucia earlier so she wasn't home. It wasn't until I saw him in the Garden of the Gods that I realized he was part of it. Nelius Dorsey mocked me and spat in my face. He made me watch while he killed my wife and little Percy. And then he took me away, gave me to Liberty as a hostage. I've been here since.
Tell us about yourself.
The Wessons are an old Colorado family from original survivalist stock, strong and self-reliant. And I maintained that tradition of self-reliance in myself and my children. They were taught to shoot, survive in the wild, and it didn't make one damn bit of difference. Those murderous Dorseys.
All right, Mr. Wesson, we will, I'll see you back in Colorado Springs.
Goodbye.
All right, well, let's go check in with the other handful of survivors we've left in our wake. And then I think we'll be ready to head back. Have one last chat with the Patriarch.
Again. Need some stitching? Cough up some cash and I'll patch your wounds. Okay.
Well, that doesn't seem right.
Oh, feels good to see Liberty in chains.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Feels good to see Liberty in chains. Hope Liberty takes a lash for every one she gave us.
We slaves heard you caged Liberty. I'd been sharpening a blade just for her, but I suppose your approach cuts her deeper. Want to look at my work?
No, we're good, but thanks.
Stay sharp, masters!
Oh, no, don't ever call me that again. I just realized, most of the other slaves are actually gone now, too, so these are just the guys who stayed behind.
Project solution built and ready for execution.
As you approach, you recognize the hooded figure as Satoshi, the hacker who gave you the mysterious case in downtown Colorado Springs.
Yield return sensor config.
He holds out his hand, waiting for you to pass him the case. Yeah, sure. Here you go. Forgot we even had that thing.
Compiler report. 0 errors. 0 warnings. Running constructors.
Satoshi sets the case on the ground and presses a button on a small control pad inside his robe. The case opens and unfolds. Then interior panels fold in on themselves. The process repeats until Satoshi waves to you to take the newly formed object.
Haptic sensor data stream has produced a viable enhancement model. Device recorded hours of agent activity and constructed final device to maximize efficiency.
A flash of pride curls the edge of Satoshi's mouth as he turns to walk away. Huh. Well, you know what? That's only like the 7th weirdest thing we've seen since we came to Colorado, said the talking alien spider to his sentient toaster. Nuclear armor chest. The pinnacle of human warfare. The atomic-powered soldier. Inside, the reactor's warmth should be soothing. But it isn't. Nuclear armor legs. The legs are too heavy to use unpowered. Luckily, the cells are good for about 80 centuries. Oh, well, that's handy. Nuclear Armor Helmet. The helmet displays indicate power output, reactor strength, and radiation intensity. The meters are always at maximum and never waver. I do admire consistency. Okay, so that is clearly our endgame armor. Not just massive armor bonuses, but no strength requirement. We're probably going to give that to Pazeppi. Pretty sure she's radiation resistant.
I hacked Liberty's security cameras, Rangers. I saw everything. Job well done. Got her all wrapped up with a bow. Now go collect your reward. I've got some cleaning up to do around here before I go. But I'll buy you a round or 3 when I get back to CS.
Cool. Thanks for all the help.
Give my regards to the Patreon.
All right, folks. We've actually run a bit longer than I thought we would getting through that stuff. And we've still got Angela waiting for us once we get back towards Colorado Springs. So let's hit the pause button here, and we will pick up next time as we determine the fate of Colorado Springs. See you then. Oh, and remember, although I do love playing Wasteland 3, you can find out more about the game by visiting the official website, the official social media feeds, or the official store pages. And if you'd like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things, or maybe even check out the Patreon. Links are in the description.
Oh, shit!